welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be showing you all my YouTube equipment. If you all do not know, my name is Leah, and on my channel I do give you all natural hair content and lifestyle content. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. However, in today's video I do want to show you all my YouTube equipment. I have had questions in the past about what camera I use or things of that nature regarding my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to put out a video just showing you all my YouTube equipment. I know that some of my subscribers are YouTubers themselves where they have their own YouTube channels, and I know that some of you all may have been contemplating on starting a YouTube channel. So I just want to give you all some resources and some ideas on some equipment if you are looking to invest in your YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure that some of these things that I am going to be mentioning in this video you all probably already have, so that nothing is really standing in your way of creating your own YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first thing that I am going to be mentioning to you all is the device that I use to actually record content. I am currently recording on my Canon G7X Mark II. I have had this camera for almost 2 years, I believe. However, when I first got this camera, I was not really using it to do YouTube content. I was really using it just to take pictures if I went on vacation and to record. However, the camera was purchased for YouTube, but I was using it for other reasons. But yes, this is me using the Canon G7X Mark II for a sit down video. It is traditionally a vlogging camera, and it is classified as a vlogging camera because it is a point and shoot. So it does have autofocus, where if you're moving, if you're out and you're vlogging and you're moving, it does focus really quickly. Sometimes you might have a little bit of issues, but overall I do love this camera. I do believe it is a good beginner camera. I haven't really had the urge to upgrade quite yet, but sometimes I do. But for now, I do feel like the Canon G7X Mark II is doing its job, because I can use it for sit down videos like these, and I'm also able to use it when I'm vlogging. The second thing you all will need if you do decide to get the Canon G7X Mark II are SD cards. I have purchased so many of these things, but I have found that in the long run, if you go ahead and get the 256 gigabyte, it'll last longer. And you do want to get cases for these. Sometimes they come in a pack like this and you don't get the clear casing. I will go ahead and link all of these items in the description box for you all. But if you do get some of these, sometimes they don't come with the clear casing, and you want to make sure that you protect these, because of course your footage is up here and we don't want those fiascos, because I have been in a situation before where I have lost like a lot of stuff, not on an SD card but on an external hard drive, and that was a hot mess. So make sure you protect these well. However, I do want to mention that when I first started my YouTube channel, I did not have a camera. I actually used my iPhone, and at the time I believe I had the iPhone 7, but these are out now, and if you use the back camera, you can get very high quality video. You can actually get 4K video footage if you have the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I think it is. If you have the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then I think the iPhone 12 of course have these cameras in here, and you can get really good footage. You actually get different it's kind of like different lenses inside of your phone. You can get really good footage. Crazy thing, you guys, I actually used my phone to record a video that you all saw this year. It was actually my apartment fall home tour. So I actually damaged my Canon G7X Mark II when I was filming that content. So the intro of that video is actually filmed using this Canon G7X Mark II, but the other footage throughout that video was actually from my iPhone. I actually dropped my camera right before my sister and I were getting ready to go to the store to shop to buy some fall home decor, and I kind of messed the lens up. Not really the lens, but the cover of the lens would not close on the camera, so I ended up having to send my camera off to get fixed, and it came back right before it was time for me to film another video to go up on my channel. But you guys, I still use my phone to record. I do a lot of B-roll. If you are not familiar with B-roll is basically sometimes when people have overlays or if they're shooting from different angles. So a B-roll example for you guys would be when I film my beginner video. Some of the angles that I had off to the side where you all were able to see like the stove top and things of that nature, that was actually filmed using my iPhone. Even when I did the stick shift, me learning how to drive a stick shift video with Stefan, you all could pretty much see in the video that I was actually using my phone and my G7X Mark II to actually record that video. So I had my phone on the dash and you all were getting footage of us sitting in the car, but when Stefan was vlogging on the camera, you all could see that in the video as well. It kind of flip-flopped back and forth, but most of that video footage was from my iPhone. And when you are filming on your iPhone, you do want to make sure that you go in your settings and change those settings to 4K or 1080, whichever one you choose. I do want to mention that when you do record on your iPhone in 4K, it takes up a lot of space on your phone, so just be aware of that. And to be honest with you all, the only reason that I went ahead and invested in this Canon G7X after filming and editing videos on my iPhone, it was because of the spacing. I was having to delete a lot of things on my phone just to make sure that I had room for certain footage that I wanted to edit. And yeah, that's pretty much why. I do feel like eventually a camera could be an investment, but I know a lot of big YouTubers that actually became very successful just by recording on their iPhone. So do not sleep on your iPhone. It's a lot of things that you can do on this thing, and like I said before, it has really good quality. Just make sure that you are using the back camera. However, the front camera is just as good, because when I was filming that stick shift video with Stefan, we were actually using the front camera because I just wanted to know what it was looking like. So if you are filming at home, a great idea would be to have your phone facing this way, and you can actually put a mirror behind it and you can see what's going on. Okay, moving on, because I feel like talking about cameras and that type of thing can go on for a really long time. And just by the way, there are tons of YouTube videos on YouTube regarding YouTube camera gear and specs and things of that nature, because every camera does not work for every person. You may be trying to film a different type of content or anything of that nature. You might have a different idea, so just make sure that if you are looking into cameras that you do your research. Tons of YouTube videos out there about different types of cameras and all of that stuff, so just do deeper research in terms of that. Moving on, so exactly what is my camera sitting on? It is actually on this Sunpack tripod. I definitely feel like this is a good beginner tripod. The only con that I have is the fact that it is 61 inches, so that is not really tall. And whenever Stefan is in videos with me, sometimes it's a little struggle to get like the camera to like be level with him as well. So that's the only con that I have to this tripod. I have had this tripod for years. A couple of years actually. I think I got it when I got this camera. It's a good tripod. Eventually I will have to upgrade because it's just not tall enough. Even sometimes when I need to record things by myself, it's not tall enough that I need it to be. So if you could find a taller one in this brand, definitely recommend, but I will still link this one in the description box for you all. So for vlogging, I currently use this Manfrotto tripod. And I don't think this was that expensive on Amazon. I really love this tripod. I like the fact that you can hold it like this and it makes it easier for vlogging. And I like the fact that if you want to set your camera down, you can do like this. And I do like that you can push this piece right here and you can move this around to like get your camera to sit at different angles and stuff like that. The only con that I have about this is that you can't really maneuver the legs to grip on certain things, but I'm not giving this up. Like, I really love this tripod. The lightweight of it is what I like the most about it, because when you're vlogging, things can get bulky sometimes, and I like to keep everything together, slim, lightweight, easy to move around with. And of course, the Canon G7X Mark II is actually a smaller camera, and yeah, it just keeps everything compact and less bulky. However, before I got that tripod, I actually had this one. I will link this one down below too. This tripod is a little different from the other one. What I like about this tripod is the fact that you can bend the legs, and this just makes it easier to film from different angles. And as you all can see, it actually takes a lot of energy to like bend these, so you don't have to worry about dropping anything. What I like using this tripod for was actually my phone. I filmed a lot of videos with my phone. When I figure out the video, my last YouTube video that I record exclusively using my phone, I will pop it on the screen for you all. Y'all, I used to have like crazy setups where I would like pile books up, shoe boxes, anything that I could think of to get the angle that I needed. And this was the tripod that I actually used, and it was sturdy enough for my iPhone. I still recommend this one, but I like this one because of the grips. So if you don't have a tripod and you're not planning to get a tripod and you're going to use things around the house, this one may come in handy. Both of them will come in handy, but this one will probably come in handy because you can bend it on certain objects. So yeah, and of course I don't have this object with me right now, but it is actually my car mount, and I will post a picture of it on the screen. Me and Stefan actually have the same car mount in our cars, but I actually use a car mount because it is just not safe to be trying to record while you're driving. So if you are going to be doing vlogs or things of that nature, make sure you have a car mount. It's actually beneficial to have this car mount whether you are planning on filming content or not, because it just helps like changing the music on your phone, looking at the maps on your phone. Really love the car mounts that we have. And yes, it comes in handy when you are vlogging and you're in your car, because it's just safer, and you have the option of turning it vertical or horizontal, and you know that you need to be filming in horizontal frames when you are doing YouTube videos. That's how you avoid the black spots on your videos. Y'all, if you had a black spots on your videos, or I had black spots on my video for the first YouTube video I recorded, and I learned my lesson. So make sure you are filming like this. So the next thing I want to talk about is audio. Now, being completely honest with you all, whenever I film on my iPhone, I do not have any external mics. And when I am filming on my Canon G7X Mark II, I do not have any external mics or any fuzzy pieces or anything on that camera. That's one thing that I do need to work on my YouTube videos is audio. But you guys, crazy thing is, we'll get into it later, but my laptop sometimes acts like it doesn't want to intake sound on it. And it started happening over the summer when I was doing Zoom for my graduate school classes, where the audio would just cut off and I would have to put on headphones so that my classmates could hear me. So I use my laptop to actually edit videos as well. And sometimes the audio does not want to intake. If I'm talking into the speakers on my computer, the audio doesn't transfer on the software. So I actually got an external mic. And the reason why I needed an external mic is because I do sit down videos, and most of my hair videos, I do voiceovers for those. And of course you want crisp audio. Audio just kind of steps your video game up a little bit from what I understand. And this is the mic that I have been using. This mic was actually around $20 on Amazon, and you just plug it in. You can actually use this mic for cameras and cell phones, and I just plug it into my computer and it works with my computer as well. I haven't tried it with any cameras or iPhones yet, but maybe that's one thing that I can do in the future. But yes, next up I do want to talk about ring light, and right now I am going to show you all some b-roll with my iPhone. So I'll show you what my ring light looks like. So this is the ring light that I have. As you all can see, I have some white color and also some yellow tint going on with it too. This ring light was actually given to me as a birthday gift. I had put it on my birthday gift list because, you guys, that's the trick to getting some of your YouTube equipment. If anybody asks you what you want for Christmas or you got special occasions and you know that you want to invest in your YouTube channel, put the YouTube stuff that you want on your wish list and somebody may bless you with it. So I actually got this ring light for my birthday and I was super excited because that was one less thing that I had to buy to invest in my YouTube channel. And I love this ring light. It's not as sturdy as I would like it to be. That's pretty much the only con. Actually, I have another con. So one of the cons that I do have about this ring light is the fact that you have to turn the nozzles to actually get the temperature of the color that you want. And I have seen some ring lights where they actually have number settings up there, and that can be very helpful if you have to film and then cut off and come back if you know exactly what the number is. But sometimes I just look at the direction of the arrow on the nozzle and I take a picture of it and I come back and I can get the same color. This year I actually did go ahead and invest again into my YouTube channel and I actually bought some LED lights. So the purpose of me buying LED lights is because I really didn't have much time on my hands to film during the daytime sometimes, and sometimes I needed to film in the evening and the sun would not be out. So I invested in LED lights so that I could film when I had time on my hands. As you all know, I am a student, I work, I have a lot of stuff on my plate. So I did need LED lights and gonna get some b-roll for you all again with my iPhone. I actually have this LED light right here, and this light is actually not on. I'm not using this one today. I am using the ring light and also the camera and the camera stand that I have, and I am using this LED light. I have this one on right now to kind of light the background. So just a little disclaimer to you all, I still have a lot to learn about lighting. I feel like I have the tools that I need, but arranging them sometimes can be very tricky. Like sometimes, you guys, I can spend 15 to 20 minutes just trying to get the lights to look a certain way. And yes, I have a lot to learn as it pertains to lighting, with setting the light fixtures in a certain way. It can be a lot to learn, and it can be very tricky because I can film a certain way one day with the lights, and then the next day it's like, okay, the video is dark, it doesn't look right, like what's going on? So I'm still learning a lot about lighting, but I know that these LED lights are recommended by a lot of people that specialize in lighting on YouTube. And yeah, so we just got to figure out exactly where they need to be placed and where they need to be lit up yet. But I have filmed a lot of videos using these LED lights and my ring light. But the next thing that I really want to recommend to you all to use is natural light. Natural lighting is the best lighting, and that's the reason why I'm not using this LED light right here right now, is because I'm actually getting a little bit of light into the room. The only thing about natural light is that it is not reliable. Yesterday when I filmed my 100th YouTube video, it actually stormed really bad that morning. The sun would be out for 5 minutes and then it would go down. It would just up and down the whole video I actually filmed. So I actually had to rely on my lighting for that, and that was another reason why I decided to invest in LED lights, because I knew that the sun would not be reliable. And if you are putting out a lot of content like consistently and on a daily basis, lighting will be something that you eventually need to invest in, because the sun cannot be reliable, and it can be quite frustrating sometimes when you're energized to record and then the lighting is not what you were hoping for or what you were looking for, and it's not being consistent. Because I have had certain videos where the lighting changed throughout the video. The lighting would be really bright one minute and then it would be a little bit darker. So that consistent lighting is tricky. I'm still doing research on it and still learning tips and tricks, and I do recommend that you all do the same. because there's an art behind lighting. And just by the way, I just want to go ahead and put out there that with YouTube, you actually never stop learning. I feel like I learn new things every single day as it pertains to my channel, so don't feel overwhelmed. I put out my 100th video yesterday and I still have a lot to learn, and like I said, I learn something new every day in a way that I can better myself creating content. But moving on, last item that I want to show you all that I use as my YouTube equipment is my good old handy dandy laptop. Now, I use this laptop to edit and upload my videos. However, I do want to recommend that you all can also use your phone to edit and upload your YouTube videos. It's perfectly fine. I did it before. And yeah, so I actually had to invest in a new laptop for school 3 years ago. So I just started using this to edit my videos. If you all don't know, I do use iMovie to edit my videos. There are a lot of tips and tricks to making your videos better by using iMovie, and there are tons of YouTube videos on that with doing overlays and things of that nature if you want to take your video editing up a notch. That's what I meant. Okay, you guys, so I just realized that I had been recording and this stand had been in the background because I had to move it out the way, and it must have was telling me that, girl, you forgot to mention something. So this is actually an iPhone stand that was recently gifted to me by Stefan's sister, and I have been trying to use this to take more Instagram photos for you all. If you haven't already, make sure that you are following me on Instagram because I am getting into posting more pictures. And yes, that's what this is. I will try to find one similar on Amazon that I can link in the description box for you all as well, but this is what I have been trying to put to use more often because I need to put out more Instagram content, and getting good pictures is hard for me. I feel like I am so critical of myself as it pertains to pictures, so breathe with me. But back to the laptop. So the laptop I have is the MacBook Pro 13-inch 2017. It's the 4th Thunderbolt 3 ports, and this laptop does have the touch bar. And okay, I'm clicking on stuff and I don't know what I'm clicking on. So when I went to purchase this laptop, it was recommended for me to get the touch bar if I was doing video editing on it as well. And you guys, it really does come in handy when I have to split my clips. It is so easy to just touch the split on the touch bar. However, there are tons and tons of shortcuts in iMovie that you can learn and use if you're editing on a laptop that does not have the touch bar. The touch bar is not necessary. It's just a plus and it makes it easier. And like I said before, I have edited tons of videos on my iPhone when I started out. And if you have an iPad, you can also edit on your iPad. That's the benefit of having iMovie, because you can edit on any device. The only thing that I haven't been able to do is like see my projects on all of my devices. I can only see the projects that I have worked on and started on that select device, if that makes sense. So that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope you all found it helpful, and I hope you all are enjoying this Vlogmas content. If you are missing some videos, I will link the Vlogmas playlist right up there for you, and that you all can catch up on some of those. And I am doing a $100 giveaway on my Instagram in light of my 100 YouTube video that I posted yesterday. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram, and all of the instructions will be on my latest post. And I will see you all in my next video. See ya.